A diploma and a dream, deferred, graduation day, years of hard work, late-night study sessions, and determination. The thrill of tossing that cap, a symbol of accomplishment, the start of adulthood, of independence. But what happens when that dream collides with reality? The job search begins, and uncertainty looms. The path to a fulfilling career is paved with obstacles. The once guaranteed ticket to a stable job seems to have lost its luster. Graduates face a vastly different job market. AI, automation, and globalization have reshaped employment. Is a college degree enough in today's competitive job market? The struggle isn't just about finding a job, it's about financial stability. Millennials grapple with student loan debt, high living costs, and stagnant wages. They're delaying major life milestones due to financial constraints. Many live with their parents, unable to afford rent or a mortgage. The situation is complex, influenced by technological, economic, and societal changes. But amidst the challenges, there's hope. By adapting to the evolving demands, graduates can forge fulfilling careers. This is a story of resilience, adaptability, and the pursuit of opportunity. The job market is evolving rapidly, driven by technology and globalization. AI and automation are transforming tasks once done by humans. This shift impacts recent graduates and entry-level jobs. The gig economy offers flexibility but lacks stability. Global competition intensifies the job market. Traditional career paths are being redefined. Millennials, often dubbed the boomerang generation, face unique financial challenges. Saddled with student loan debt and a high cost of living, many delay traditional adulthood markers. The job market often undervalues their skills, forcing many to live with parents to make ends meet. Despite the daunting challenges facing recent graduates, there's room for optimism. This generation, shaped by technological advancements and economic uncertainty, is also known for its resilience, adaptability, and entrepreneurial spirit. By understanding the evolving landscape of work and embracing lifelong learning, graduates can navigate the uncertainties and forge fulfilling career paths. The key lies in recognizing that a college degree is not a destination but a starting point. The skills acquired during those years of study-critical thinking, communication, problem-solving provide a solid foundation, but they must be continuously honed and adapted to the changing demands of the workplace. The future of work will reward those who are adaptable, eager to learn new skills, and comfortable with ambiguity. Graduates who embrace lifelong learning, seeking out opportunities to expand their knowledge base and acquire in-demand skills, will be best positioned to thrive in this dynamic environment. Remember the Jetsons? Flying cars, robot maids, and push-button meals seemed like a futuristic fantasy. The future of work is already here, intricately intertwined with artificial intelligence. AI is reshaping industries and redefining skills needed to succeed. It automates tasks, freeing humans for creative endeavors, but it also raises concerns about job displacement, especially for recent graduates entering the workforce. AI is revolutionizing industries like healthcare, finance, manufacturing, and customer service. In healthcare, AI aids in early disease detection and robot-assisted surgeries. Finance uses algorithms for market analysis and fraud detection. Manufacturing employs robots for tasks, enhancing efficiency. Chatbots in customer service offer 24/7 support. AI is reshaping industries and the skills needed for the future. The rapid pace of technological advancement has created a widening skills gap in the job market. Employers seek specialized technical skills, but many graduates find their education hasn't prepared them for modern demands. This gap is evident in STEM fields. Demand for tech roles is soaring, but supply struggles to keep pace. Graduates must bridge this gap with technical and soft skills. Beyond the bot, the human skills AI can't replicate yet. While AI excels at automating tasks, certain human skills remain beyond its reach. Creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence are uniquely human. These skills drive innovation and effective problem-solving. Communication and empathy build strong teams and trust. For now, these human qualities remain essential for success. The gig economy offers flexibility and control over work schedules, but presents challenges like job security and benefits. Graduates must weigh these trade-offs carefully. Building a sustainable career requires planning and adaptability. In today's interconnected world, the job market extends far beyond national borders. Globalization has created a global talent pool, allowing companies to source talent worldwide. This increased competition poses challenges for recent graduates. Advances in communication technology facilitate remote work and global collaboration. Graduates now compete with a larger pool of candidates for positions. Developing a global mindset and embracing diversity is crucial. Millennials, the generation that grew up with the internet at their fingertips, the promise of a globalized world, and the belief that a college education was the key to a bright future. Yet, this generation faces economic uncertainty, technological disruption, and a global pandemic. The path to success is far more complex than they were led to believe. The weight of expectations and a rapidly changing world has created unique challenges. Many feel disillusioned, financially strapped, and uncertain about the future. For many millennials, higher education has come at a steep price, a mountain of student loan debt casting a long shadow over their financial futures. The cost of college tuition has skyrocketed, leaving students with significant debt to finance their education. This debt burden delays or derails dreams of homeownership, family, and financial security. Student loan payments consume a significant portion of their monthly income. It's a catch-22. They need a good-paying job to repay their loans, but the debt burden limits their opportunities. This financial strain impacts their mental health, relationships, and overall well-being. The pressure to repay student loans can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. Finding an affordable place to live has become a significant challenge for millennials, particularly in urban areas. The cost of housing has soared, driven by limited supply, increased demand, and stagnant wages. Many millennials sacrifice financial goals and delay milestones to keep a roof over their heads. High rent burdens leave little room for saving or investing in the future. Many live with roommates well into their late 20s and 30s. The dream of homeownership often feels out of reach. Moving back in with mom and dad after graduation was once seen as a sign of failure to launch. However, for many millennials, it's a financial necessity due to student loan debt and high living costs. This trend, dubbed the boomerang generation, reflects today's economic realities. Moving back home offers a chance to regroup, pay down debt, and save for the future. Previous generations followed a predictable life script: graduate, get a job, get married, buy a house, start a family. Millennials face different economic realities, delaying these milestones. Student debt, high living costs, and a competitive job market force them to redefine success. Career aspirations and changing norms lead to new paths. The economic and societal pressures facing millennials are taking a toll on their mental health. The constant struggle to make ends meet, the weight of student loan debt, the fear of job insecurity, and the pressure to succeed in a hyper-competitive world have contributed to rising rates of stress, anxiety, and depression among this generation. The always-on, hyper-connected nature of modern life, fueled by social media and the 24/7 news cycle, can exacerbate these feelings of stress and anxiety. Millennials are bombarded with images of success, often curated and unrealistic, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy, comparison, and self-doubt. The stigma surrounding mental health is slowly dissipating, but many millennials still face barriers to accessing affordable and quality mental health care. Long wait times, high costs, and a shortage of mental health professionals can make it challenging to get the help they need. It's crucial for millennials to prioritize their mental well-being, seeking support from friends, family, or mental health professionals when needed. Beyond the numbers are real people with real stories. Stories of struggle, resilience, and the determination to create a better future for themselves and future generations. Meet Sarah, a recent graduate who's juggling 2 part-time jobs while living with her parents to make ends meet and chip away at her student loan debt. She dreams of becoming a teacher, but worries she'll never be able to afford to buy a home or start a family on a teacher's salary. Then there's David, who's turned his passion for coding into a freelance career, embracing the flexibility and independence of the gig economy. He's building a successful business, but the lack of benefits and job security weighs heavily on his mind. And there's Maria, who's returned to school to pursue a master's degree in data science, hoping to acquire the in-demand skills that will lead to a more secure and financially rewarding career. These stories, while just a glimpse into the lives of millennials, illustrate the challenges and triumphs of this generation. They're resilient, resourceful, and determined to create a better future, even as they navigate a world that often feels uncertain and unforgiving. It's easy to get caught up in anecdotal stories and personal experiences, but the numbers paint a stark and undeniable picture of the challenges facing recent graduates in the job market. Statistics from reputable sources, such as government agencies, research institutions, and economic think tanks, provide a data-driven perspective on the realities of unemployment, underemployment, wage stagnation, and the financial burdens weighing down a generation. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate for recent college graduates, aged 25 and under, consistently hovers above the national average. While the overall unemployment rate might be relatively low, the figures for young adults, particularly those just starting their careers, tell a different story. These numbers reflect the difficulties recent graduates face in finding jobs that match their skills, education, and career aspirations. Furthermore, the data reveals a concerning trend of underemployment among recent graduates. This means that a significant number of graduates are working in jobs that don't require a college degree, leaving them feeling overqualified, underutilized, and financially unfulfilled. The promise of a college degree leading to a well-paying job has lost some of its luster in recent years. While a college degree still commands a higher earning potential than a high school diploma, the gap between wages and the rising cost of living has widened considerably, leaving many graduates struggling to make ends meet. Data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York reveals that the real wages of recent college graduates have stagnated or even declined in recent years, after adjusting for inflation. This means that while graduates might be earning more than their counterparts without a college degree, their purchasing power has diminished, making it harder to afford basic necessities like housing, healthcare, and transportation. This disconnect between education, earning potential, and the rising cost of living creates a sense of disillusionment among many graduates who feel like they've done everything right, gotten a good education, worked hard, and played by the rules, yet are still struggling to achieve financial security. Underemployed and overqualified, the struggle for meaningful work. The statistics on underemployment paint a bleak picture of the challenges recent graduates face in finding jobs that align with their skills, education, and career aspirations. Underemployment, a term used to describe individuals working in jobs that don't fully utilize their skills or education level, has become increasingly common among recent graduates. Data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York reveals that a significant percentage of recent college graduates are working in jobs that don't require a college degree. These jobs, often in the service industry, retail, or administrative roles, typically offer lower wages, fewer benefits, and limited opportunities for career advancement. While some graduates may view these jobs as a temporary stepping stone, a means to an end while they search for something better, for many, underemployment becomes a chronic reality. The longer they remain in these jobs, the harder it can be to transition into careers that align with their education and long-term goals. The geography of opportunity. Location. The job market is not created equal. Opportunities for recent graduates vary significantly depending on geographic location, with certain cities and regions offering a greater concentration of jobs in high-growth industries that value a college education. This geographic disparity in opportunity has led to a brain drain in some areas as young, educated individuals migrate to cities perceived as offering greater economic prospects. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics reveals that major metropolitan areas, particularly those with a strong presence in industries like technology, finance, and healthcare, tend to have lower unemployment rates and higher wages for recent graduates. Cities like San Francisco, New York, Boston, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. have become magnets for young professionals seeking career opportunities and higher earning potential. However, these cities also come with a high cost of living, particularly in terms of housing. The influx of highly educated, high-earning professionals has driven up housing costs, making it increasingly difficult for recent graduates to afford to live in these desirable locations. This creates a dilemma for many graduates, weighing the potential for higher earnings against the financial strain of living in expensive cities. The geography of opportunity. Location. The job market is not created equal. Opportunities for recent graduates vary significantly depending on geographic location. Certain cities offer more jobs in high-growth industries. This leads to a brain drain in some areas. Young, educated individuals migrate to cities for better prospects. Major metropolitan areas have lower unemployment rates. Cities like San Francisco, New York, and Boston attract young professionals. However, these cities come with a high cost of living. Graduates face a dilemma: higher earnings versus high living costs. A tale of two generations, comparing millennials to their parents. To fully grasp the challenges facing recent graduates, it's helpful to compare their experiences to those of previous generations, particularly their parents, who often came of age during a time of greater economic stability and a more predictable job market. Data from the Pew Research Center reveals stark differences in the economic well-being of millennials compared to their baby boomer parents at the same age. Millennials are less likely to own homes, more likely to have student loan debt, and have lower levels of wealth accumulation than baby boomers did at the same age. These disparities are driven by a combination of factors, including the rising cost of education, housing, and healthcare, as well as stagnant wage growth and a more volatile job market. This intergenerational comparison highlights the systemic challenges facing millennials, suggesting that their struggles are not solely the result of personal choices or a lack of work ethic. Rather, they're navigating a vastly different economic landscape than previous generations, one characterized by greater uncertainty, insecurity, and a widening gap between the haves and the have-nots. While the statistics paint a sobering picture of the challenges facing recent graduates, it's important to remember that data is not destiny. Numbers can be powerful tools for understanding the scope of a problem, but they should also serve as a call to action, a catalyst for exploring solutions and creating a more equitable and opportunity-rich future for all. Policymakers, educators, employers, and individuals all have a role to play in addressing the systemic issues contributing to the struggles of recent graduates. Investing in affordable education, promoting skills development and training programs, creating incentives for employers to hire and retain young workers, and fostering entrepreneurship and innovation are just some of the steps that can be taken to create a more supportive environment for recent graduates. By acknowledging the challenges, understanding the underlying causes, and working collaboratively to implement meaningful solutions, we can create a future where a college degree once again becomes a reliable pathway to a fulfilling and financially secure life. The challenges facing recent graduates are complex, rooted in technological advancements, economic shifts, and societal changes. Navigating this new landscape requires rethinking the social contract between education, work, and opportunity. The old paradigm of a college degree guaranteeing a stable job is outdated. Education must adapt, equipping students with practical skills and lifelong learning. In a world characterized by constant change and disruption, the ability to adapt and acquire new skills has become paramount. The jobs of tomorrow might not even exist today, making it essential for individuals to embrace lifelong learning as a continuous process of upskilling, reskilling, and adapting to the evolving demands of the workplace. Technical skills, particularly in areas like data science, artificial intelligence, software engineering, and cybersecurity, are in high demand across industries. However, soft skills, such as communication, collaboration, critical thinking, problem-solving, and emotional intelligence, are equally important as they complement and enhance the capabilities of technology and are less susceptible to automation. Platforms like online learning platforms, coding boot camps, and industry-specific certifications offer accessible and flexible pathways for individuals to acquire new skills and enhance their career prospects. Embracing a growth mindset, a belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work, is crucial for navigating the challenges and opportunities of a rapidly changing job market. Despite the daunting challenges facing recent graduates, there's room for optimism. This generation, shaped by technological advancements and economic uncertainty, is also known for its resilience, adaptability, entrepreneurial spirit, and a deep desire to make a positive impact on the world. By embracing innovation, collaboration, and a commitment to lifelong learning, recent graduates can chart a new course not only for their own careers, but also for the future of work itself. The challenges they face are not insurmountable, but they require a collective effort from individuals, educators, employers, and policymakers to create a more equitable, opportunity-rich, and fulfilling future for all. The path ahead might be uncertain, but by embracing adaptability, seeking out knowledge, and working together, recent graduates can turn challenges into opportunities and create a future where their talents and aspirations are valued and rewarded.